Reagan has gone through the same frustration. Reagan went through the same frustration Trump has. I lived through that era of Reagan. You know, I'm a little older than you are, Markie. I'm sure you were a little girl if you were even born then. But Reagan went through such demonizing by the left. It was incredible what was happening. And the film, the producers came to me in 2015 and said they would like me to play Leonid Brezhnev. Now, Brezhnev, unfortunately, in the film, we don't spend a lot of time with Brezhnev, but I did tremendous research, even going to the Soviet Union, going to, there should be a picture of me with Brezhnev with the eyebrows, a little different.
Oh, wow. Yeah, look at that comparison.
No, but that's me without the eyebrows. That's me without the eyebrows. I'll send him another picture, but anyway, so Brezhnev was he wanted détente. He was friends with Nixon. And he did not underestimate Reagan because he met Reagan when he was governor of California, and Nixon and Brezhnev had a speak in San Clemente, and the first person to go up to Brezhnev was Reagan. So there was many things, but we can't put those in the film. But what's important is the film echoes what's happening in America today.
Yes,
you see what's happening in America today.
And with that, you know, in such a divisive election year, what would you remind viewers who come to see this film? What would you have them keep in mind as they watch this film? They know what's going on in real time. What do you tell people?
Well, to understand, the day that Donald Trump announced, I said he was like Ronald Reagan, not as poetic, but in terms of his love for the country and what he wanted to do for the country. And you will see in Reagan, well, Reagan was a different individual, of course, but there's an echoing in terms of fighting the communists, fighting what was happening in our country that we find today. Reagan was absolutely on the forefront of that since the 1940s when he fought in Hollywood. And also the film is a wonderful love affair between Nancy and Ronnie. And it's important that we remember the dangers and how quick Reagan's last speech, there I am as Brezhnev, that little clip there. But it echoes today, and how the left has demonized Trump. That's what they did to Ronald Reagan.
And I know you've even talked about, you've had projects in Hollywood that are hard to get traction, you know, from producers and people who don't like conservative views. What's the climate like right now ahead of November when it comes to Hollywood?
Well, it's terrible. I mean, of course, it's a it's a battle. It's a war. As we said, there's a war of ideas and a lot of this inherent propaganda. You know, this whole new thing about the Russian collusion thing again that comes out, which is a lot of hooey. I also did a film called Bardayov, where I played an Orthodox Jew who saves over 300 girls from Auschwitz. Now, I'm Catholic. I play an Orthodox Jew based on a true story, Markie. And it doesn't get the traction it should get because the current climate, as I learned from David Horowitz in the 1990s, was the anti-Semitic sentiment happening in the universities across America, and which we see today. There was even a book called Unholy Alliance, Radical Islam and the American Left. And we saved 300 girls from Auschwitz.
Wow. And there's we'll have to check out that too.
There's an organization called the Shiloh Israeli Children's Fund, which does creative rehabilitation for children that are traumatized by terror in the region.
Yeah, I know you're the spokesman for them. Yes, yeah.
And I suggest we do something like that in America, creative for kids that are traumatized by things in school. It's a great idea, and people should learn about it.
Yeah, especially after this week's events that we're following closely. Robert Davi, unfortunately, I have to end it there. Please come back on. Hopefully next week. There's a million other things I want to talk to you about as well. Thank you for your time.
I would love to have more time, and thank you for your time. And go see Reagan.
We will. Don't have to tell us twice. Okay, we'll share it widely with our audiences. Nice to meet you, sir. Have a great weekend.
Nice to meet you, Markie.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.